Have you ever wondered why so many of today's newest cruise ships all seem so similar? Well, it might be because one former shipyard employee has just been found guilty of stealing $5 million worth of trade secrets from one of the largest shipbuilders on planet Earth. Plus, the investigation is beginning today over the alleged assault and stabbing that occurred aboard Carnival Magic this weekend. Let's roll the intro. Hey, welcome to the Midships channel. It's your Captain Corey. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. And it's time to get the cruise news started on a new week. We're heading over to the Meyer Turku shipyard in Finland, where a $5.3 million judgment was just awarded to the shipbuilder following an internal investigation of suspected industrial espionage. Yes, we're talking about cruise ship spies. All kidding aside, though, I have noticed a trend that's, well, it's been a little bit alarming to me in the cruise industry as of late. And that's the fact that, well, everyone's new ships seem to be just about the same, with the exception of maybe Royal Caribbean. Everybody else, it's just becoming one large homogeneous blob of floating metal that really doesn't offer all that much different than anybody else, save from the little gimmicky things like a robot arm ride or a roller coaster. I don't know, I can't be the only person that's looked at modern cruise ships side by side and said, those are just the same thing, painted differently. And that leads me to wonder, is this spy who was just convicted in a Finnish court earlier this month part of the reason for this growing trend in cruising? Let's set the stage here and you can make your own opinions. A Finnish court this month found that a former employee of Meyer Turku shipyard, one of the largest and oldest shipbuilders on planet Earth, secretly copied thousands of their proprietary files owned by Meyer Turku, a shipyard which he worked at until 2017. Following this individual's departure from Meyer Turku, the shipyard opened an internal investigation after a social media post made them aware of some suspected secrets, maybe having been stolen. And their investigation, well, it turned up real criminal activity, which they handed over to the police. So what did this former employee do with the thousands of proprietary files from Meyer Turku? Well, he shared them with another shipyard through a consulting firm that he owned. Now, a lot of names and companies are omitted from the final judgment, like I said, but it is known that the consulting firm of this industrial spy actually furnished the stolen information to a shipyard located in China back in 2018, and they helped to provide services relating to new ship technologies. Are we talking about liquefied natural gas? I don't know. I'm just saying it and asking questions. For their part, Meyer Turku will be taking home $5.3 million in damages from the estate of the now deceased former employee, as well as over $100,000 in interest owed. So maybe that answers my question as to why so many cruise ships look the same anymore. Was it just one industrial spy, one naughty James Bond of the cruise industry out there taking schematics and cozying up to foreign shipyards? We'll never know. Do you smell that? That, my friend, is the smell of all kinds of fresh deals in the Midships Amazon store. Hey, if you're a cruise lover like myself, it'd be a great idea if you spent a couple minutes over in my Midships Amazon store ahead of your next cruise so you can stock up on all of the best cruise essentials. If you ever wonder what I take with me every time I cruise, it is all in there. The cruise I'm leaving for in a couple days, taking all that stuff on it. Check it out. There's a link in the description down below. I appreciate your support. Now let's keep the cruise news moving. We have a very serious story coming out of Norfolk, Virginia today involving an assault on board the Carnival Magic. It's being reported or alleged that on Friday night, an assailant attacked a guest on board the Magic while sitting in the ship's theater. The assailant, well, they used a broken piece of glass obtained from a bar cup. In other words, this was a slashing or stabbing style of attack. Now, the victim of this attack was immediately rushed to the ship's medical center and received the treatment they needed, while the assailant, they were locked away in their cabin for the rest of the cruise, with security members outside their door to make sure that they stayed inside the entire cruise. Now, upon Magic's arrival back to Norfolk, Virginia on Sunday morning, the FBI and local law enforcement boarded the ship and met with ship security and medical officers on board to begin their investigation into the goings-on on board the Carnival Magic, and Carnival Corporation say they are fully intending to cooperate with law enforcement should their injured guests decide to press charges, adding that they have a zero-tolerance policy for behavior like this. And the glass-wielding slasher, aka the assailant, is now permanently banned from Carnival Cruise Line. Now, we don't know exactly what caused this fight. However, this was a little bit of a longer cruise for Carnival, an 8-nighter, so there definitely would have been some time for emotions to run high. And of course, this is a sharp escalation from the fistfights that we've seen for the past year or so on board Carnival ships all over the place. And yes, sharp escalation is a word I chose very specifically. What word would you choose specifically to describe this situation? Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Is Carnival's weed crackdown working, or is it making things worse on the fun ships? Hey, if you're still hanging around here in today's episode, why don't you do yourself a favor and look below this video and tap on that subscribe button. It's right down there. Obviously, you made it this far, you're into cruising and you like the cruise news. Maybe you'd like to join the 21,000 other folks that come back here day in and day out for the same type of cruise content. While you're down there subscribing, do me a favor and smash the like button on this video. If you are just so over having to hear about all of these fights on Carnival cruise ships, thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. And until next time, we'll see ya on the Midships.